Hello and welcome. You're watching Up South. I'm Rohini Swami. The clock is ticking for Kerala's Finance Minister K.M. Mani. Sources have told India Today that K.M. Mani has expressed his desire to step down and has communicated the same to the party. There is a meeting that is underway at Chief Minister Ummanchadi's residence where Mani's fate is being decided. Angry protests erupted in the streets of Thiruvananthapuram where BJP workers staged a protest demanding the ouster of Mani. The police have used barricades and water cannons to disperse the crowd. Kerala politician P.C. George, who was a former chief whip of the Congress-led UDF government, declared his resignation as MLA and that Mani also should follow suit. Meanwhile, Kerala's Home Minister Ramesh Chennithala has said that the state government is discussing with all its coalition partners and a decision on K.M. Mani's resignation will be taken soon.
On the issue which has been raised now, the discussion will continue. So please wait. The parleys and discussions are going on.
Has the Congress informed that it is better to resign at this moment than create further?
No, Congress is discussing with all the coalition partners, and we are already one round of discussion is over, and I think that we asked them to be available here for further consultation.
I'm joined by my colleague Revati Rajivan from Thiruvananthapuram. Revati, you're there at the meeting, but what exactly is being discussed at this point of time? Because this meeting has been taking place for a long time now. Mani has expressed his desire to step down, but what are the parleys that are taking place there at this point?
Well, Rohini, there has been a meeting going on since 9 a.m. today of the Congress leaders and the Kerala Congress party as well. But even now, there is no certainty on what could happen with regards to Mani's resignation. A couple of things that we can confirm after the meeting of the Kerala Congress is that one, Mani did express his desire to resign, his willingness to resign at the outset, at the beginning of the meeting itself. And secondly, Congress has conveyed the general mood of the Congress leaders demanding that it is better for Mani to resign because if he continues any further, it will only get murkier. And a couple of things that still needs confirmation from the parties is one, when K.M. Mani will submit his resignation, and secondly, there could be another split inside the Kerala Congress party itself. Mani...
Yes, that's... Revati, if I could ask you that, in terms of the whispers that are taking place in the Congress also, and especially with this meeting going on, has Mani also threatened to split away from the UDF?
Well, the Mani has not threatened to split away from the UDF as of now. There is no official confirmation on that, but there are reports that the other members of Kerala Congress, the Mani group, may or may not resign as well, which includes one Minister P.J. Joseph and the government chief with Thomas Unniyadan. So there will be a total of 3 people who will be set to resign. But whether Minister Joseph wants to resign or not will lead to another split in the party, because Mani, as per sources, wants the other members also to resign, but Minister Joseph clearly does not want to, is what we know right now. So there will be a further split in the Kerala Congress party itself.
Right, Revati. We're also now joined by editor South T.S. Sudhir. Sudhir, if I can ask you, is there a sense of nervousness in the UDF camp?
Well, there is, and also that's because K.M. Mani has shown himself to be a person with extremely thick skin. He has refused to put in his papers despite pressure coming in, not just from the Congress leadership but also from the other allies like the Muslim League. Today, the Congress mouthpiece Vikram, in a very hard-hitting editorial, has said that K.M. Mani's resignation was inevitable. But despite that, day-long meetings have taken place just to try and convince Mani that he needs to put in his papers, because elections are just 5 months away, and this would really be a kind of a big problem as far as the UDF is concerned when it goes to the voters of Kerala. But obviously, a lot of backroom negotiations taking place. Obviously, K.M. Mani is driving a hard bargain. He has threatened, in a sense, to bring down the UDF government, which the Chandy government would not really want at this time in place, going into elections with President's rule. So that is something that they are negotiating. Also trying to see whether there is the opinion is split within the Kerala Congress Mani group itself over this entire issue, because there would be MLAs within the Kerala Congress Mani who would probably feel that this is becoming a big noose around the neck for the UDF in general, and 5 months before the elections, it has actually given a big issue on a platter to the LDF itself.
That's what I'd like to ask you, because the political ramifications of this, just when 2016 is when Kerala is also going to polls, this will definitely have its kind of domino effect, won't it?
Absolutely, because the UDF was so far pointing to the result in the Arvakara by-election where the UDF candidate won despite the bribery case. It also has managed to do reasonably well, winning equal number of seats in the municipalities, also in the other areas. But in the Gram Panchayat, the rural areas of Kerala, where the effect of the bribery scandal has been felt. And now the High Court coming out in the open and saying that we leave it to the conscience of KM Mani, whether he wants to quit or not, and that Julius Caesar's wife should be above suspicion, sending a very clear indication as to what the judiciary wants, that they really expect KM Mani to put in his papers and send across an example. In this kind of a scenario, the finance and the law minister of Kerala, ironically, refusing to resign is really not doing anything good to the brand image and the brand equity of the UDF government.
Right. Thank you so much, Sudhir, as well as Revati, for giving us a perspective. And will Mani step down or not? And what ramifications will have this meeting that is taking place at the Kerala Chief Minister's house? That will only tell.
Nisagama Manipamaga Nipamaga Sanipamani Sapasa जहाँ तक याद आती रहेगी